The UK government has issued a fresh update on the proposed 10-year indefinite leave to remain ILR route, following a petition that has gathered over 157,000 signatures urging authorities not to implement the change. Many are hoping for a favorable outcome, as the introduction of this rule could result in a significant number of residents losing their settled status, potentially forcing them to leave the UK without delay. In today's video, we'll break down the UK government's response to the proposed 10-year ILR pathway. Stay tuned until the end for a complete overview, and don't forget to subscribe for timely updates. Before we discuss the government's reaction, it's important to understand the context behind the petition. In May 2025, the government released a white paper titled Restoring Control Over the Immigration System. This document outlined several measures aimed at reducing net migration, including making it more challenging for migrants to qualify for settlement. The government stated at the time, "Today we publish a white paper on immigration, a strategy central to my plan to finally take back control of our borders." Between 2019 and 2023, net migration quadrupled, reaching nearly 1 million in 2023 alone, equivalent to the population of Birmingham, our second largest city. This is not control. It is chaos, a one-nation experiment in open borders. Today, this government is shutting down the lab. Currently, individuals with settled status enjoy rights comparable to British citizens, including unrestricted work opportunities under the existing rules. The standard period to qualify for indefinite leave to remain is 5 years. The proposed changes in the white paper suggest extending this period to 10 years, with a potential accelerated route for certain applicants. This earned settlement model would offer a shorter pathway for those who meet specific criteria, although the white paper does not yet specify how these points will be allocated or how much the 10-year qualifying period could be reduced. It is important to note that no changes to the ILR rules have been implemented so far. Questions remain regarding which visa categories will be affected by the longer qualifying period. The white paper does clarify that certain exemptions would apply, including for partners of British citizens. Certain groups will remain eligible for settlement after 5 years, including British citizen partners and survivors of domestic abuse, as detailed in paragraph 165 of the white paper. Additionally, individuals with post-Brexit residence rights under the EU settlement scheme retain the right to permanent residence after 5 years, in line with Article 15 of the UK-EU withdrawal agreement. However, the government has not yet clarified whether other immigration pathways with a 5-year route to settlement will also be exempt. Questions have arisen about the potential impact on holders of the Hong Kong British National Overseas Visa. In response, the Minister for Migration and Citizenship stated, "We will consult on the earned settlement scheme later this year. Full details, including which immigration routes will be included, will be shared after the consultation. The process has not started yet." Another key concern is whether the longer qualifying period will affect those already residing in the UK. At this stage, the government has not confirmed if current visa holders will face extended waiting times or if the changes will only apply to newcomers arriving after implementation. Nonetheless, the technical annex of the white paper suggests that existing residents may indeed be impacted, potentially delaying their path to settled status. See paragraph 11 of the PDF. It's important to remember that between 2019 and 2023, legal migration to the UK quadrupled within just 4 years, highlighting why the government is seeking to tighten the system. Beyond settlement rules, the government is also pursuing broader measures to strengthen border security, including new counterterrorism powers, initiatives to tackle criminal gangs, and efforts to address dangerous small boat crossings. Further, updates on asylum and border security policies are expected later this year. The white paper primarily focuses on reforming legal migration and restoring control over the immigration system. Media outlets such as the BBC and the Financial Times, citing unnamed government sources, have indicated that while the proposed 10-year qualifying period may apply broadly, There could be mitigations for individuals already nearing eligibility for settlement. Members of Parliament have raised questions on this issue, with responses indicating that these concerns will be addressed during the consultation process. For example, a petition advocating to maintain the 5-year ILR pathway for current skilled worker visa holders argues that the extended qualifying period should only apply to future arrivals, ensuring that existing workers are exempt. As a reminder, the skilled worker visa represents the primary UK work visa and covers a broad range of occupations across the country. The health and care worker subcategory, which covers NHS staff, remains a key focus in ongoing discussions about settlement pathways. A related petition, open until the 23rd of November 2025, had amassed 157,000 signatures at the time of writing. In its response on the 17th of June 2025, the government confirmed that, like several other immigration measures, the proposals under the Earned Settlement Scheme will undergo a formal consultation process, and it welcomed public input as part of this process. Separately, the petition advocating to retain the 5-year ILR qualifying period for holders of the Hong Kong British National Overseas Visa emphasizes that the settlement period for this visa should remain unchanged. The BNO visa, launched in January 2021, was introduced in response to concerns over human rights developments in Hong Kong. This petition remains open until the 25th of December 2025 and had collected 108,000 signatures by August 2025, responding on the 11th of July 2025. The government stated, "We remain firmly committed to supporting the Hong Kong community in the UK, both those already here and those arriving in the future." Further details of the measures outlined in the Immigration White Paper will be shared in due course. Independent analysis has also been offered. The Migration Observatory, an immigration research initiative based at Oxford University, noted that implementing a 10-year route to settlement would make the UK's immigration system more restrictive than that of most other high-income countries. It also highlighted that, while the extended qualifying period might slow the settlement process, its overall impact on net migration numbers is likely to be limited. However, the observatory cautioned that a longer pathway to settlement could carry wider implications for those seeking to build their lives in the UK, affecting decisions around employment, housing, and long-term community integration. There is an ongoing debate over the balance between the government's financial gains from higher immigration fees and the potential negative consequences for migrant integration and well-being. The Institute for Public Policy Research (IPPR) has urged the government to clarify the situation for the estimated 1.7 million people in the UK currently awaiting permanent residence. Many of these individuals are in a state of uncertainty, unsure how new rules might affect them or how long they may have to wait to achieve settlement and citizenship. The IPPR also warns that extending the path to settlement could slow migrant integration and increase the number of people living in the UK with insecure legal status. Meanwhile, Hong Kong Watch, a charity dedicated to supporting Hong Kongers, has written to the Home Secretary emphasizing that changing ILR eligibility criteria would breach promises made to British nationals overseas from Hong Kong. Benedict Rogers, co-founder of the organization, stressed the challenges BNO Hong Kongers would face if the qualifying period were extended. Now is not the time for the UK to retreat from its commitments to Hong Kongers, Rogers stated. Extending the ILR waiting period to 10 years could leave many vulnerable. They might lose protection from British consulates when traveling abroad, be unable to access their retirement savings in Hong Kong, and become ineligible for home fee, university tuition, pricing them out of higher education. The Social Market Foundation has highlighted that the government's considerations are partly financial. ILR grants access to a wide range of welfare entitlements, and with recent high levels of immigration, more migrants will become eligible for settled status during this parliament. Angela Rayner, the Deputy Prime Minister, has reportedly observed that those who have spent 5 to 10 years in the UK generally gain access to significant welfare benefits. Underscoring the fiscal dimension of the policy, What are your thoughts on this issue? Share your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates on UK immigration developments. Thank you for watching and have a great day.